أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
حقا لا إله إلا الله اللهم رب الدعوة آت محمد الوسيلة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله الله تبارك وتعالى رحمة للعالمين ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين خاصة منهم أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي ذوي القدر الجليل ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن فاطمة الزهراء والحسن والحسين ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن عمي النبي المتطهرين من الأدناس الحمزة والعباس ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن مؤذن النبي سيدنا بلال صاحب الصلاة خير من النوم ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن الصحابة أجمعين. أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون اتقوا الله إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنين أو يحسنون. ويقول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بعثت لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق. ويقول الله سبحانه وتعالى وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم. صدق الله العظيم. My dearest brothers and sisters, we have two voices inside of ourselves. Always one is competing with the other one, and we can hear both of them. And you have to make the decision which one you're going to listen to, or which one is going to take over. And this is in all human beings, and you can hear examples of it. Even I heard the example of it from the native of this land. One son told the grandfather, I have two wolves inside of me. One is bad and one is good. And he said, which one is going to take over? He said, the one you feed will take over. That's an example that can fit in many examples that we go through. Sometimes the word qadir, إن الله على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. تبارك, blessing to the one that has the mulk. Mulk is this creation. We say blessed to the one that has this mulk. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء, and he is كل شيء means everything, قدير. Now this word qadir, I understand it in this language to mean ability. He has all the abilities. Then in the other voice, within myself, when we grow up and we find something that you wipe something with, towel that you wipe the bathroom with it or something, and they say, don't touch it, that thing is qadir. Or someone that have filthy, that's the word filthy. No, the word filthy, maqdur and qadir, and then the other qadir means something else. But they both sound the same. So when I recite, I come to that, تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. When I say qadir, the other voice makes the dirt on that word. Said, no, qadir means filthy. As if I'm saying, blessed to the one that is filthy. And that voice is there. And I keep fighting with it so I can change it. And the more you give it attention, the more it sounds louder. Then I say, am I saying, blessed to the one who owns everything and he's on everything filthy? Is that the right word? But within me, that word is there. And I know it's from that side, which is the nafs side. It doesn't like that somebody else can be Allah. So no, I am Allah. And then what you're doing toward Allah, I'm going to break it. I'm going to make it filthy. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. It wants me to look at like that. Not qadir, able to do everything. From it came Abdul Qadir, son, the servant of the Qadir. These two sounds like that within. All of us have these two sounds that comes. And each one has to deal with that. How to overcome that voice. You have to be aware of it, that it exists. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned, he said, the one who knows themselves, know that side, then you can start knowing Allah. What can overcome that side of ourselves? No one can overcome that, not even yourself. The one who can over that side, can take over it, is Allah. And then Prophet ﷺ, he said, I have a medicine, a word that you say to overcome that side. And it's a treasure, word from a treasury, from the throne of Allah. And if you say it, you will always overcome that side. That side that sneaks up on me and wants me to hear Qadir means filthy, it doesn't stop there. Oh, it has all kind of curses, all kind of thing. And if I drive by myself and the driver did something, oh, I curse them, they cannot hear me. But I bring in that and I can watch it, say, oh my goodness, all that is inside of me. How can we change that side? Our Prophet ﷺ said, there is a medicine, a word that you say that you can overcome that side. It's لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. There's no power, no other ways, no way. لا حول ولا قوة. قوة means power. إلا except إلا بالله, Allah. Al-Ali, the highest example. Al-Azim is a thick greatness that is thick, with no sides of it, no beginning, no ending of it. That word can overcome. And then I start to observe this every time I recite that Surah Al-Mulk, and that Surah Al-Mulk is good for the grave. One day the Prophet was walking and they saw a snake running from a grave. And he asked the snake, why are you running from the grave? He said, I was going to bite that man, bury it there, but I couldn't. And the Prophet said, you know why he couldn't? They said no. He said because he recites Surah Al-Mulk. He always recite this surah. So his body was protected. You cannot touch that. Surah Al-Mulk. So I do recite that. I don't want any snake to bite me. So I recite it every day to make sure. But my nafs doesn't like that. Doesn't like to give up its authority. When I start seeing it, seeing both voices, and aware of it, aware of this one and that one, when I recite them, and every time I pray, I recite it. During the Isha, I recite it. Every Isha, I recite it, and I can hear both of them there. One that says Shirti, and the other say Qadir. Both of them thrown at me at the same time. Then with the time, and with La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, and with surrendering all of these to Allah. Because Allah wants you to be aware of yourself, that you have these two things. Why? Because Allah wants to give you free will to choose. If He didn't give us free will and only want us to be good, that would be the same as the angels. They don't have free will, they're programmed. They have a program, they have to follow the program. But we, Allah has given us much more honor. He said, وَلَقَدْ عَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ على السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالْجِبَالِ فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا. We have given this amana, this trust. What is that trust? Free will, to choose. We have given this free will, samawat, to all heavens, and the mountains. فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا. They say, no, we don't want to have free choice like that. He asked them, would you like to have it? They said, no. After that, فَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ. Human being carried it. And Allah didn't ask us, would you like to carry this? Yes or no? Like He asked the heavens and the mountains and the earth, would you like to carry this? They said, no, 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 we don't like to carry it. It said for us, فَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ. As if Allah said only human beings can carry this free will. فَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ means He looks at us like, if you can make a gesture like that. فَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ. You're so proud. He said, I can carry it. Means Allah knows our power to carry the idea of free will and choice. فَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ. Human beings, I can carry this choice of good and bad, we can carry it. So we have this both of them going on. The more you are aware, that voice, Qadir, that is filthy, start to disappear slowly, 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 until I don't hear it anymore. I say Qadir, I hear only Allah. The other one, fade away. What it does, it starts saying, say filthy, and if you give up, you say, no, I'm not going to say it, no, I'm not going to say it, because it's not real, it's not based on truth, it will melt and go away. But they try you, they put that word there to see what you're going to choose. أَيُّكُمُ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Which one is going to do the best choice? So we're always dealing with choice inside of ourselves. In everything, choice, choice, choice. فَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ. حَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ. We carry this choice within ourselves. So we have to deal with this nafs that is inside of us. Why did Allah give us this nafs? If He didn't give us the nafs, we'll be angels. Angels are programmed. They don't have free will. We are higher than the angels because we have choice and free will. And that's what makes the battle within ourselves all the time. We always come to a fork road. Should I go here or over there? Should I go here or over there? Always. So if you keep looking at the right side and choosing and loving that side, then the other side will start fading away. And it keeps fading, fading, fading. And the more it fades, the more elevated you are. Until that nafs gets absorbed by the soul. And it doesn't exist anymore. And that is the goal. When you come to a place, nafs doesn't exist. Some movies, they give you a glimpse of that. If you watch the movie called Avatar, when they sit on that bird, they plug their long hair with the bird, and the bird becomes one with the rider. Whatever the rider thinks, the bird goes. It doesn't have its own, but you're the riding. Our Allah give us our nafs to ride it. But our nafs is not like that bird has one head. Our nafs has 4,010,000 heads. And always hiding. As soon as you have a flaw, they jump and they make you under and they ride you. They're always there. You have to always keep them check. The check of the 5 prayers is just to tame this nafs. It's time to pray, come here. Oh, you have to make wudu. It doesn't like that. It likes free. Don't tell me what to do. I'm closer to Allah already. And it likes to be Allah itself. It said, I know you believe in Allah, but I am Allah too. As long as we are both of us, it's fine. He never wants to give up that position. They are not for us. Mm-hmm. And this is the war within ourselves. And that's the real jihad. What happened to the VIPs that they put a dome on their grave? Because they know they're VIPs. They only did one thing. They overcome their nafs. How they did it? The love of Allah. If you love Allah, He makes you overcome that nafs. So I used to hear this voice, Qadir, Qadir, filthy, filthy, filthy. And I keep on ignoring it. So I know you're there, I am choosing this. Then it gives up. It gets tired and give it and let go. No, I don't hear it. And I think all of us have different war. In whatever you're doing, you have different war to take care of. Who's gonna make you win? Allah. If you turn to Allah, some of the awliya, the saints, they come to a place where whenever there is a choice, should I do this or should I do that, they turn to Allah. They said, Al-khayru fi makhtarahu Allah. The good is what Allah chooses for me, not what I choose for myself, because they're so afraid to make the wrong decision. They give it in Allah. They said, you inspire me, you tell me what choice should I do. And if they're sincere and honest and everything, Allah will make you always take the right choice. When do we do the wrong choice? When you're desperate, or you lost your control, you're angry, so you don't have any control of yourself. When you're angry, you can say words that you didn't mean to say, you can say them. That's the nafs comes out. There's cursing in it, all kind of thing. I heard my nafs did so much cursing, so much bad gestures. It doesn't have any problem to do that. You think yourself, oh, I am with Allah. No. You are with your nafs too. And they're all fighting for that position. May Allah forgive us. I know one day we were going to the Eid to pray. We were driving on 80 to pray the Eid. Now we fasted the whole month of Ramadan, and the Eid is coming. We are going to the Eid. I want to be on the right side, on the freeway, the right lane, and I put in a blinker, and the cars are like that. There is a spot, and I put in a blinker. Can I go there? Can I go there? Can I go there? One lady, either she didn't see me or she pretended not to see me. That makes me furious. And I keep on going, come on, let me go there. The exit is coming. The exit is coming. Let me go in. She wouldn't. I get so angry. My nurse said, give her the finger. And this is the Eid. The whole Ramadan is finished with that gesture. And I end up giving her the finger. I said, pay. When she looked, there you are. She doesn't know why I did that. But I know why I did it. My nurse took over. That's it. I think all of us have this side of ourselves that you have to work on it. We are lucky to have the 5 prayers to imprison this crazy nurse. Every time, every prayer, I'll check it. Come here. Are we going to pray? Oh, no, let's delay. Oh, it has so many tricks. And you have to keep on fighting with it until you absorb it. When it metamorphoses, then you don't have your nafs anymore. You are a soul. You are ruh. When the angel of death comes to take your nafs, they can't find it. There is no nafs here. Allah said, no, that one doesn't belong to you. Mine. I'll take their ruh. And nafs is the angels that have to take care of it. So if you can absorb and swallow your nafs with your soul, then you become just a soul. This is what the awliya are, the saints. They came to that level. Of course, above them, the prophet and the messengers, they all absorb their nafs. It's not there anymore. We have to progress step by step. First, by knowing the tricks of the nafs, how it has its own voice, how it likes to curse. It likes to curse a lot. How can you control these curses? If we can control, we say Alhamdulillah, and we control this nafs with Allah's power. The only one who can control your nafs is Allah. May Allah forgive us. And we are passing as passengers on this earth. This earth is like a bus carrying everyone and spinning so fast you don't feel it. We're spinning and going around the sun. And some are arrivals, being born, and some are departure, going to Allah. And whenever the exit comes, that is your exit, you exit. So we are passengers on this planet. We are only passengers. So it's up to us to make this journey beautiful so we can exit in the most beautiful way. When the Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, and the lady that was in the palace went after him because he was so beautiful, and he refused because he said, your husband was nice to me, I'm not that kind of person. I don't know if you know the story, but it's a famous story. But there is something in that story that the ladies of the elite of Egypt, they laughed at her. They put her down. They say, oh, her name is Zuleika. Oh, so and so. She's running after her servant, her slave that she bought. It belongs to her. He should do whatever she orders him to do. But she's after him as if there is not enough other slaves. Ha 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 ha. She laughed. They laughed at her and they put her down. Ah, she said, no, you're laughing at me. Okay. She invited them and made a good dinner and everything. At the end, she gave them apple and a knife. She said, when Joseph comes by here, you cut some apple and give it to him. They said, fine. They had their knives in their hands and they're peeling their apple. And then she dressed Yusuf alayhi salam, who had at his time 80 of beauty on this earth, he carried it by himself. Allah gave it to him. When he walked between them, they said, this is not a human being, this is an angel. And she said, what happened to your hands? They were not cutting apple, they cut also their hands. They all had blood in their hands from the knife because they were absorbed with Joseph's beauty. And that is the story that you can see in the Quran. But you can find in it something else. When you get absorbed with Allah and you love Allah, when it's time for you to go, Allah will be so beautiful that you don't feel the pain of death. A lot of people are afraid of dying because they're within themselves, not absorbed by Allah's beauty. If you get absorbed by Allah's beauty, you don't feel the pain of death at all. Just like they didn't feel anything cutting their hands. Because the beauty of Joseph, what do you think about the beauty of Allah? You don't feel anything. These kind of people, they don't die. They just exit beautifully. Increase the love of Allah, you will never die. Hold on Allah, who's eternal, you become eternal. Who dies? The people that are concentrated on themselves. They want to stay alive forever. Those, they die because the angels have to really pull their nafs from their bodies, and that gives a lot of pain because they're refusing to let go. But those who are absorbed with Allah's beauty, Allah will show them such a beautiful scene, they'll just go with a smile. And when you see them dead, they're not dead. You can see the smile in their face and their body is still shining with the light. You say, this person is not dead. I watched 3 men, their bodies, I can tell you. It's their smile. They don't look dead at all. It's beautiful. So don't be afraid of death. But concentrate on loving Allah. Then this passage will be like a beautiful bus ride. When you come out from the bus, angels are, everybody welcoming you. Welcome! And you're happy you get there. This is the journey we should do. Every day we are moving toward that exit. How can we exit in the most beautiful way? May Allah forgive us. We forget this point. And Allah say in the Quran, لا تقولوا, don't say that those who لا تقول أو كما قال الله أن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا بل أحياء عند الله يرزقون. Don't say to the people who died for Allah's sake are dead. They're alive. Don't say they're dead. They're alive. And Allah is supplying them. So these are the people that pass for Allah's sake. There is many ways of dying for Allah's sake. Most of it, what is spread in the Muslim world, that the people that are martyr, shaheed, is only someone who died in the warfare. They say that one is shaheed because he was fighting. You can be shaheed, you died because your love was not fulfilled. You love someone, but that one is married, and you kept it quiet. You know that that person is for you, but you died shaheed. Allah said, this one is a martyr. He died broken heart from love. That's another shaheed. The one who was in a house and the house collapsed on them, they are shaheed. The one that drowned in the ocean, they are shaheed. The one that there is a fire in the Amazon and they died there, they are shaheed. Allah makes tons of shaheeds And he said, don't think those people are dead, they're alive. They're alive. So there's many kinds of shaheed, not one kind as it is being spread. No, many kinds. A lover that is shaheed is a shaheed. He has so much love and they die like that. They're shaheed. And he said, Allah said, don't say they're dead, they're alive. Why? Because the soul absorbs the nafs. That's the warfare that we have within ourselves. How can you swallow your nafs so it doesn't exist anymore? It doesn't have any voice. You have to keep it every day. That's why we do zikr, to feed that place. Because the heart cannot be fed except with dhikr of Allah. That's the food of the soul, so the soul is strong. That's why we do zikr. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. 1,000 times a day. Astaghfirullah, 100 times a day. Salawat on the Prophet 200 times a day. Why? Because he's the mentor. Prophet the mentor. He shows how to do. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله فاستغفروا الله إن الله غفور رحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهديه الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له حيث قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الكريم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق والحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم اهدنا ونجينا من القوم الظالمين. اللهم يسر لنا أمورنا في الدنيا وفي الآخرة بدون تعب لأجسادنا ولا لقلوبنا يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء